The issue comes in is like, and I said before, when women are operating out of this mindset of first round of refusal, you don't get to dictate what I do. If I put you in a position to be dating me or hanging with me, I'm setting the tone.
We're not talking about just dating, right? Like, that's the fact that people even thought I was talking about girlfriends, like especially these retarded niggas in the chat. That's the stupidest shit in the world. And I think that I'm the most anti pay a girlfriend bill nigga on the internet. Paying my wife's bills though, absolutely, because my wife can't have a boss. My wife can't go to work and ask another nigga permission to do anything. That doesn't work for me. So I don't want her needing permission to take. If I want some lunch head, I don't want her to have to go ask Todd from accounting can she take a half a day of PTO? Like, no, I want my lunch head when I want it. You got kids events, you got to take permission off. You got to go to work the day after Christmas, the day after Thanksgiving when the itis set in. That shit is crazy. Like, that's not something my wife will ever be able to do, and it makes me look bad. So fuck me. If it works for you niggas, cool.
So quick question. Do you guys believe that a man should pay on the first date?
Teachers are too promiscuous. Like, they on the top 5 list for it. Yeah.
No, I just want to know, do you guys agree that a man should pay the first date? So, and I'll just say you guys are hanging out throughout the day and maybe you're doing lunch and then it goes down to dinner. Should the woman pay for the dinner, he pay for the lunch, or vice versa, or should he pay for everything?
The woman should never have to touch her anything financially on that day.
I've never had a scenario where a woman even thought of paying. No matter what type of walk of life they were from, it just was not even part of the equation ever.
If you made it to the date, then I'm gonna go ahead and take care of everything. I don't just go out with anybody.
The best, she just offered to leave a tip. Like, you still say no, obviously, but
that never even happens.
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times.
I asked before I've left a tip. Okay, so what? So I had
I'm just going to say this. What about just a tip?
Yeah, just a tip. So say I'm quick with it. Don't play with me. No, so real quick. So I had a friend. This is a very quick story. Friend who went on a date with somebody. She drove to him, and he was taking her out in that area. He didn't really spend a whole lot on dinner because they went to, I don't know, some like amusement area, and then later on they went out to eat, and she had said, "All right, let's feed you. You know, you're hungry. Let's feed you." And he said, well, how you want to do this when the bill came? And she was honestly like taken back. Like, what do you mean how you want to do it? And when she brought it up to him, she paid it. And when she brought it up to him, he said, well, because you said, let's feed me. I thought you were going to take care of it. Yeah. So.
It's tough because I think, like, I agree with JR. I agree with a lot of the fellas. Typically, we're going to set the tone financially, especially off the first rip. It's not that big of a deal. The issue comes in is, like, and I said before, when women are operating out of this mindset of first round of refusal, you don't get to dictate what I do. If I put you in a position to be dating me or hanging with me, I'm setting the tone. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to take you to Wiener Schnitzel, because I don't even eat Wiener Schnitzel. But
bro, that's a random ass restaurant, bro. That's a random ass restaurant. That's how we know you from California.
That don't sound like nowhere I would ever want to go.
I'm just saying. So the problem becomes when you make the date a performance. And now I personally hate that myself. You know, I haven't had these issues, but I see dudes going through it. You shouldn't have to perform. If she like you, she there, she good, whatever y'all do. When the issue of who pays or who not, I'll be honest, I've had tons of women offer to pay. I always handle it. They ain't got no issue. It ain't a fact because they just are that type of person. But if you a man, you just gonna handle it. It's not that big of a deal. Now you start saying, oh, the bill should look like this, or I should dine this way, or let me order leftovers to take back home to the family. I'm putting you outside, you walking home. Like, that's disrespectful, but I'll laugh.
Bro, you wild. You still said Wiener Schnitzel out loud. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with 50-50, right? The only thing that I do think is I think that every man should strive to fully provide. You know, that should be his goal to one day do that. But I don't have any problem with couples going 50-50, as long as, you know, it's a part of the plan and he's confident enough to believe that one day he'll be able to, you know, fully provide for his family. I don't like when guys lack the confidence and don't think that one day they'll be able to do it. You know, I don't know why, because they say that a man reaches his financial potential, you know, when he's in his 40s or 50s or something like that. You don't think you'll get there? You think you're always gonna be where you at when you're 30? That's stupid. Where's your ambition? But yeah, but I don't have a problem with couples, you know, splitting bills and stuff like that. I think it's a part of the game. It's a part of the plan. So
this is if I'm ultimately responsible for everything that happens in our relationship, I should, as a husband, be responsible for all of the different things in the relationship, like the bills. Because if something goes wrong, I'm responsible for that. If we get divorced, no one's gonna come to me and be like, "Damn, bro, what you do?" Even my niggas gonna be like, "Really, what you do, bro?" Because they understand, just generally speaking, the man is responsible. So if a man is going to be responsible,
but I don't think he's talking about married people in general.
Okay, that's fine. But when I was talking about it,
I'm talking about people who, if you live together, I think that's when you start to kind of, I don't really care about the marriage, not marriage, but once y'all live together, like, you know, you a man, she a woman, y'all gonna, you know.
Like, why would I have a woman move into my house and then be like, "Hey, I need that half of the mortgage"? Like, I mean, if you cool with it, hey, it's niggas out here looking for you.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna throw something out here because I don't know. This is something that I've witnessed, right? I know someone personally. She is in a relationship with a man who can financially provide to take care of all the bills.
Mhm.
However, he makes her go half with him on everything. Now, it takes him one paycheck to pay half of the mortgage. It takes her 2 to 3 to pay half of the mortgage. But they're going 50-50 on everything in the relationship.
Oh, he just don't like her. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because what man
They
likes
might
a
be
woman?
living out their means.
Yeah,
You
what
can't tell her that though.
Well, because you said you.
And he's been with her for years. Like at this point, they've been together for almost 7-8 years.
Well, you swore you didn't have no dumb friends like 45 minutes ago on the show.
Hold on, she didn't really articulate a man getting a lot of money.
I said
though.
I know someone. I ain't say this was one of my friends. I don't use the F word loosely.
Clean up.
She didn't articulate a guy that was getting a lot of money. She said one of his paychecks is half of the mortgage. Like, so yeah, he want his money. Like,
but
that ain't a lot, you know.
Yeah, they're living outside their means.
No, I'm just saying it only takes one of his paychecks to pay half the mortgage. I'm not saying that he don't got money left over. I'm just saying
means it would take 2 of his paychecks to pay the whole mortgage, which is crazy.
I mean,
no, he can pay. Well, he can know if half a paycheck pays half the mortgage, one paycheck pays the entire.
No, what I'm saying is it only takes him one paycheck to make half of the mortgage. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he would need 2 paychecks and it's 50% of his income. We're outside of their means.
2 to 3.
Like Trev says, they're outside of their means.
This math don't add up. I don't know about this.
Listen, think about it this way, right?
It don't add up, but that's
you're supposed to spend a max of 30% of your income on household bills, right? If you're saying that 25% of his income, let's say he gets 4 paychecks in a month, cover half the mortgage, which means 50% of his income is going to just the mortgage, which means that more than that, like you get.
No. So what I'm saying, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's 25% of his income.
He's responsible for half, so he can pay his half in just one paycheck. He could probably pay the full thing in just one paycheck, but
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I said.
I'll say this. I think sometimes, and I don't know the context of this story, the fella said he don't like her. I don't think it's always that. I think sometimes that woman is not showing him the respect he may believe he deserves. So sometimes a man will stay parked in a relationship, and you're not, because I don't feel respected like I want, then yeah, you're going to go ahead and pay for the lack of respect that you're showing me. I've seen that more often than them not really liking her, because a lot of times women think, well, you make more money. Okay, but yeah, you're hard-headed. I got to repeat myself. There's always a struggle to get you to do very basic things. So I'm not going to fight with you. We're just going to split this down the middle, and I'm going to preserve my finances because you haven't arrived to the state of being mature enough or respectful enough to receive that privilege, because that is a privilege for a man to.
So let me say the part that I didn't say then. He doesn't like her enough to not have her go 50-50. Because what man wants to see his woman struggling? If I know that it's going to take my woman 3 checks, that means she got 2 jobs. because you don't get paid 3 times but maybe 3 months out the year, and that's depends on how the years fall. So if it takes now she's working 2 jobs and it takes her 3 of her checks to make her half, like no man that loves you will watch you struggle or put you in a position where you have to struggle unless it's like what True just said. You on some mouthy shit and he like, all right, well, cool. Well, you keep working these 2 jobs and I'm gonna kick back and work my one and pay all of my bills.
Toya, has she asked him
if the woman in the audience went to their man who might not make enough and said, you don't love me enough because you watching me struggle because you don't make enough money, do you think that this is gonna be beneficial for their relationships, or this gonna cause a whole lot of problems?